Our top story at 6. Tropical Storm Dennis may not take a holiday this weekend. The storm might be coming back over the Labor Day weekend. Mark Avery begins our coverage tonight with a look at where Tropical Storm Dennis is now. Mark?
Dennis is still sitting out just to the east of the Gulf Stream. He had a little bit of flare-up yesterday afternoon as he crossed the Gulf Stream of some shower and thunderstorm activity near the center of circulation. That dissipated once he got back over the cooler waters east of the Gulf Stream. And the only thing going for him right now is the fact that before he hits land, he has to cross back over. And I'm kind of hesitant to say that he'll do too much of that. The center of circulation is stretched out a bit too, and that's another thing that's working against him. We'll talk more about that, and we'll show you the coordinates. There you go. We'll take another look at that and where he's going for the weekend coming up in a few minutes, Mark.
All right, thanks, Mark. Well, Mark, whatever Dennis lacked in fiercity, he certainly has made up in just hanging around.
He's annoying. Just in time for the weekend. He's one visitor we don't want here at the beaches on the weekend. Dennis, where is he going? What's he going to do this weekend? Is he getting out of here anytime soon? You have questions? I've got answers. We'll come back and chat about that next. We'll start off with the satellite loop of Dennis. Dennis is still pretty much sitting in place, but he is he's starting to show a slight movement to the north and west. So that's good news, sort of. The one thing that Dennis has got working in his favor right now is he's still got Gulf Stream water to move across. Yesterday he moved across the Gulf Stream. He refired some storms near the center of circulation, and after he got across it, he lost a lot of that deep thunderstorm action. The deep convection is what we mean, is the technical term, if you will, for big thunderstorms. He's lost a lot of it because he's back in the cooler waters, and also because he's been sitting in place for basically the last week or so, the last 4 or 5 days. He's turned up a lot of cool water underneath there, and that's helping to choke off a lot of the heat source, the heat energy that he needs to eat in order to survive. So he's kind of not enjoying a good meal, if you will. So that's helping to deter things. Another sign that there is some trend towards a weakening sort of is, notice the center of circulation right in here is starting to stretch out just a bit. That is a hint at a possible weakening of the storm. However, it's still got that Gulf Stream to go across, and that's one thing that we'll have to keep an eye on Dennis as he does that. Look at the Skywarn Doppler radar, and you can see some of the showers getting ready to move into the area. Most of the showers are still offshore, and we are getting a couple of light showers, and we have had a couple of light showers today as the outer edges of Dennis have moved through. The National Hurricane Center, let's go back to graphics, show you the watches and warnings. Tropical storm warning, Cape Lookout to Oregon Inlet out of the area. Tropical storm watch south and west of Cape Lookout to Surf City, and a gale warning from Little River Inlet to Surf City. So if you're going out to the ocean tonight, it's going to be breezy out there, but of course that goes without saying. Here's your forecast for this evening. A few clouds, a couple showers as some of those outer bands move in. Temperatures staying in the 70s. Skywatch Neighborhood Network from Alltel takes us outside to the backyard. It's 76. Peak wind gusts today, 25. We'll be seeing some higher gusts tomorrow in the 30s. Might see a couple in the 40s. Blockade Runner actually saw a peak wind gust of about 45 today. Let's go to the official numbers today. We topped out at 81 down to 73 this morning, and just a trace of rain with some showers earlier today. Here's the latest coordinates as of 5 o'clock, 33.1 north, 73.9 west, 175 miles southeast of Cape Hatteras, drifting towards the west-northwest, and it's looking like Dennis is going to start to have a slight west and then northwestern turn through the evening hours tonight and into tomorrow. Maximum sustained winds are still at 60 miles per hour, but I think that's mainly just right near the center of the circulation right in here. As you get out, it gets less than that. Now, here's the good news, at least as far as the forecast track. It's looking like Dennis will come ashore sometime on Sunday afternoon near between Jacksonville and Atlantic Beach, Morehead City, Newport, that area, and then starts to scoot off up to the north and be up in northern Virginia by 2 o'clock on Monday afternoon, and lost a lot of its strength. Now, what this means is that we will see wind gusts, even if Dennis goes farther west and goes to the left of this path and comes ashore near Jacksonville, I think the peak winds here in Wilmington we'll be looking at as far as sustained winds will be in the neighborhood of about 25 to 30 miles per hour with some higher gusts up in the 40 to 45 mile per hour range. And again, like I've said all week, I think it's going to be much more of a wind issue and a cloud issue and a rough sea issue than a rain issue like we had over the weekend. So I've said that all week. I still think that I'm feeling much more confident about that now. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So it's going to be windy this weekend. It's going to be cloudy with some hit and miss showers and some higher gusts up in the 40 to 45 mile per hour range. Certainly not out of the question, even if Dennis does derive slightly to the west there. So we'll keep an eye on it. That's why we'll have your updates every half hour tonight. Clouds tonight, off and on showers, 74 on the low side tonight. North winds 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, off and on showers, a couple peaks of sun, 82 for the high. North and northeast winds 15 to 35 knots and higher. Gale warning up along the coast. Rip currents are possible, so take care out there. Seas 6 feet near shore to 10 feet away from shore, and 77 on the water temperature. Another thing Dennis does not like. Low tide at 8:45, high tide at 2:45 in the morning. Sunsets at 7:35. Comes up tomorrow at 6:45. There's your 6-day forecast. Once we get Dennis out of here, I think he's going to pick up and start to scoot out of here in a hurry, and that will bring us a fairly decent week for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Boy, couldn't we have the weekend like in the middle of the week next week? Then it'd be great.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, great weather for the weekend if it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, this storm just has a habit of messing up weekends.
Yeah, tell me about it.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Ready.